Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be a challenge, and I'm going to put a challenge out to the comic community to come up with their top 10 list of craziest comic covers. And what I mean by that is just wacky, weird, maybe gory, maybe just the craziest comic covers that you've ever seen. And I'm going to show you my top 10 list, and we're going to have a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to put it out there, see who can come up with the craziest cover. And I'm going to actually have a poll that you can see in my community tab where you can rank my top 10 list and say which one is the craziest. So these are going to be pretty crazy covers that I'm going to show. And I really want this to be a fun thing where everybody gets involved in the community and basically just shows really crazy covers that they have in their collections. So if you want to participate in this kind of challenge, I'm going to use the hashtag crazycomiccovers, and that hashtag, if you use it, I will, we'll see who, everyone can click it and then we can see who has the craziest comic covers. Okay. So, without further ado, let's see my top 10 list. And it all starts with Tank Girl. This is tame, believe it or not, compared to some of the other ones that are on this list. But I thought this was pretty crazy. It kind of reminds me of the Madonna, where she had the missile bra. Well, this is taking it one step further where it's actual missiles. So I thought this was a pretty crazy cover. It's a really cool Tank Girl #1 crazy cover. So this is my first on my list, and this is the tamest. This gets a little crazier as it goes up the list here. Okay, the next on my list is Lois Lane 106, and this is crazy in a weird way. And this is crazy not for like it's just, what were they thinking? Like, are they crazy kind of level? Because it's like, this is the what if I was black? I'm curious black. And it's like Lois Lane becomes Black Lois Lane. And it's just like, will you still love me, Superman, if I'm black? It's like, it's just craziness. It's kind of funny. It's, what were they thinking? They're trying to do something. This was political correctness of the 70s. So it's really, really funny. So this is number 9 on my list, Lois Lane 108 or 106. And now we get into some Bondage covers. Bondage covers are always, a bit crazy. And one of the Bondage covers that I really like, and I think it's just a really crazy cover, is this one. This is Fight Comics number 41. And I think it's just a crazy cover because she's strapped to the wheel, the pedal wheel on a ferry boat. It's just kind of crazy, like a steamboat. And things are not going well for her. I just think this is a really great cover, really crazy cover. And you got these guys fighting in the background. I don't think she's gonna do so well in this situation. But this is number 7 on my list. Okay. Or number 7 or 9, 8. Yeah, number 8. Sorry. Then we got this one, Clairvoyant number 5, I believe, or number 3. This is the Pistol Whip cover. It's a pretty crazy cover because it's pretty outrageous. Not only is he pistol whipping her, and you can even see that he has struck her with the pistol, but she's a bride. It's like the bride getting struck by a pistol. And, you got not only is that craziness on the cover there, but you got more craziness. This guy is dead in the background. He's just like dangling out of the car. Just so much going on in this cover. That's pretty crazy. So, it's, it's a pretty crazy cover. The Case of the Kidnapped Bride. So it's very interesting. Clairvoyant number 3. Next one is just bizarre. Lois Lane was already on this list, but this is Lois Lane again because she just has some really weird covers, and this is no exception to that. Now they weren't allowed to have like S&M kind of stuff, in the Silver Age, and this is a Silver Age comic. So they still wanted it for some reason, but but this is the way that they did it. So Superman is pinned down. He's like in these like kryptonite shackles, and Lois is beating a dummy, like a strapped dummy with a whip of Superman. And it's just like really weird. It's just so crazy. Like, what were they thinking? So, this is how they get around the Comic Code Authority, but at the same time have this really bizarre, crazy cover. So this is just so crazy. I don't know what they're thinking. This is Lois Lane 73. I actually have a few of these copies because I thought it was just such a crazy cover. Okay, the next one is some of the most crazy covers that have come out are the World War II propaganda covers. And Alex Schomburg was kind of the king of that. He was making these awesome covers. And this one is kind of a bit crazy. So we got Young Allies number 16. And you got all these like Japanese guys, full racist, no hold barred on how racist they can be about treating the Japanese. They, obviously, it's World War II. You're gonna put it out there, right? You're gonna go extreme. They got the buck teeth. They have the little squinty eyes. It's pretty extreme. But to go, to take it to that next level, they have like, they're getting. This boy's dropping TNT on them. You got, he's like using a flamethrower on them. You got the Human Torch kind of like going in there and like lighting them up on fire. You got, just so much happening. Like where they have flamethrowers going on them, bazooka going at the bottom. Just they're obliterating these poor Japanese guys. And this guy's even dropping a bomb on him. It's like, I'm not even sure. Why would you drop a bomb on somebody? I mean, in this case, like that bomb is going to kill you too. It's just craziness upon craziness in this cover. But it's a great World War II propaganda cover. Just really crazy. I just think it's hilarious that it's just so extreme. This is Young Allies number 16. So now we're getting into the top 4 of my list. And I always mention this cover. I love this cover. It's another Bondage cover, but it's got everything. It's got the guillotine going on. It's got the girl in the bikini. Why she's wearing a bikini, we do not know, but she's wearing a bikini and she's strapped down. She's in bondage and she's got this guillotine coming down on her face almost. Got the little pygmy. There's a pygmy with a spear because you have to have a pygmy with a spear. And the rope that is, preventing this guillotine from falling is on fire. So it's going to fall any moment. And then you got Arula coming in with her knife, going to fight the pygmy to stop the blade from falling. It's just so much craziness happening. And you got the skulls. It's just a great classic pre-code cover, like Golden Age cover. From Fox. Fox's, they're always extreme. So All Top Comics, this is just a really great one. All Top Comics, I believe it's number 10. Yes, number 10. So yeah, so that's just a really great cover. I really love that one. And that's number 4 on my list. Now we're getting into sort of weird, bizarre level of craziness. And this is in that level. I gotta kind of censor it a little bit. Requires some censorship. This is Amputee Love. So this was actually written by a couple they were amputees and they wanted to create a love guide for amputee people. So it's just really weird and bizarre. It's just a crazy cover. Just a crazy cover. You got this amputee woman, like you got whole bunch of amputee people and they're all kind of like almost like preparing for an orgy. It's just really weird and bizarre. And it's just the fact that it's Amputee Love, it's just so weird. Reminds me of the movie Crashed, which is kind of a strange movie. But it's, Last Gasp is the publisher. They were producing a lot of underground comics, and this is no exception to that. It's Amputee Love #1. So that's kind of the number 3 on my list. I thought that was just so bizarre that it had to make the list. Okay, now extreme bondage has to come into the mix. Golden Age, they did it the best. And this is no exception to that. So this is Wings 94. And you have the woman, she's strapped to the plane. You got a plane coming in, shooting at this guy. The guy's like crazy in the cockpit. And the plane's on fire. Just a lot of craziness happening, lots of action. And this woman, she is not, things are not going to go well for her. Because if this plane gets shot down, what's going to happen? She's going to be toast. So just so much craziness going on in this cover. Just a really great Bondage cover. And it's just really crazy. I think it's a really crazy cover. So this is number 2 on my list. Now, number 1 is a modern comic. So, a lot of this stuff was Golden Age and Silver Age. But there are some modern comics that are pretty crazy. And this one is no exception. This is probably the craziest comic I actually have. And it is a really crazy cover. Okay, so we got some cute little kids. And they're cute little kids. This is the back. It's a wraparound cover. So they're cute little kids. They're playing. They're just playing. Innocence. It's pretty innocent, pretty tame. They're going down a little slide. They're all having fun. Whee, going down the slide. But then the slide goes into a wood chipper. It is so crazy. Their guts splattering all over the place. This is Crossed. Crossed is if zombies were psychopaths. That's the whole plot to Crossed. And it's just a crazy, crazy cover. You got the guys just sitting there, just casually getting splattered on by little kids that have gone down the slide. So this is a pretty crazy cover. It's pretty gory, I admit. Maybe my PG-13 rating for this channel might not hold, but definitely a pretty crazy cover, I think. So kids going down a slide into a wood chipper. Just pretty crazy. So that has been my top 10 list of craziest covers. I want to be outdone by the community, so I want you to link your videos below or mention some crazy covers that you think should have been on this list. And maybe I might unbox them in future videos if I think they're really crazy, because I love crazy covers. And I want you to just tell me what you think of the list. What do you think of these challenges? I might do some other challenges in future videos. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And bye for now.